So one day, Jesus was standing around by the lake and he's teaching a great group of people. And suddenly he looks over to the side and he sees, hey, there's a few guys who are just washing nets because they're fishermen. They'd gone through their regular day and doing the things they usually do, business as usual, and they are cleaning up after their day of fishing. And he says to them, hey, I want to get in your boat and I need to teach these people from out on the water. So they do that. And while they're out there, Jesus says, you know what? Take those nets and throw them over the side and let your nets down because you're going to catch some fish. And they argue with him a little bit and they say, hey, we kind of know what we're doing here. We have done this before. We've been doing this all day. We don't need to do that. He says, just do it. And they say, okay, because you are who you are, we're going to trust you. And the story tells us that they let down their nets and they caught so many fish that they had to call their buddies over to help them out. And both of their boats start sinking under the weight of such a great catch. Now, a couple things that are interesting about this story. Jesus uses this story to say, hey, this is a metaphor for what I want you to do. I want you to go out and catch fish. And interestingly, in the story, Jesus didn't catch any fish. He asked people to do that work. And also, they were busy washing their nets. They were so focused on business as usual. They had no idea that such a great catch of fish was waiting for them because they were too focused on business as usual. And finally, he told them to do something that they already knew how to do. Let down your nets, he said. They already knew how to do that. Just do it again. So here's what we know about the last 15 months and being a church called Jamestown Harbor Church. We know that people have become baptized and have decided to start following Jesus for the very first time. We know that people who have felt excluded by others and by God have found a home at Jamestown Harbor Church. And we know that people who have had brokenness and pain hiding behind the doors of their home have come out and found a safe place to bring their real selves in front of a God who loves them. And my guess is that you've probably been one of those people here over the last 15 months. All because we dropped a net. We put a net out. We had a group of people who decided to make room in their lives and make room in a church for people to find their way back to God. So I just came from a meeting with a bunch of our team leaders and staff, and we've been feeling like God is asking us to not get caught up in business as usual at our church, but to let out another net and make room for more fish so that more people can come out from hiding behind their doors, hiding behind their pain and their shame, and find a God who wants to love them and find their way back to him. So this spring, from Easter Sunday to Memorial Day weekend, we are going to hold 2 Sunday morning worship services instead of 1. For 6 weeks, we're going to work really hard to make room for more people to find their way back to God. We're gonna let out another net and make room for some more fish. And so I want to ask you to help us throw that net out in 2 particular ways. First, each of our Sunday morning team are going to need more volunteers. Many of our teams already are full of great volunteers. That's our business as usual. We know what we're doing on those teams, but we're going to need some of you to step into a team, maybe for the first time. Coffee teams, kids teams, tear down teams, safety teams. Can you commit to helping us throw out a net by joining a team for 6 weeks? And if you're already on a team, can you figure out if you can be at one of our services to help make that happen? Second, we want to ask you to help throw out that net by praying and inviting friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, people who you already know in your life that need to step into a season where God's calling their name. We once again, we're going to throw a great party on the Saturday before Easter called Easter Palooza. It's a great opportunity for friends and family to bring their kids and have a great time and get connected to new people. And we're going to have a great Sunday morning worship service. Will you commit right now to building a list of people you want to pray for and invite to those things? Will you reach out to people to make sure that they get to experience a God who's already transforming lives of people in our community so they can feel that for themselves? After these 6 weeks, we're going to go back to our normal 10 a.m. service for the summer, but we really think that God has something great in store if we make room for a great catch of fish. So thank you for being the kind of church who loves to go fishing. So if you want to get connected with us or ask a question, just reach out and connect with any of our team leaders, or send me an email or talk to me at Sunday service. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks.